Here, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto Had Abilities of a Panda Part 3. Now, of course, after this What If, I'm gonna be recording what's it called? What If Naruto Was Trained by Samurais and Assassins Part 4. Yes, I'm trying to finish like all the older What Ifs, and also might redo some of the older What Ifs. Just saying. But other than that, let me continue on. And yes, I did upload a kind of newer whatever. That's just because I was thinking it for like the past 2 weeks. I never actually did it, but yeah. Other than that, what's it called? Oh yeah, go subscribe to Anime Sensei Iconic What Ifs over to What Ifs. The links will be in the description. And no recap. Too lazy. Done this like it was 21 to 22 hours ago that I done what's called part 2 of this one. So yeah. But other than that, let me begin. So, or not 20. Yeah, I don't remember when. But of course, this is where, well, we go into Naruto and Menma. Now, Naruto and Menma are at the house. Of course, they wake up, they eat. Mostly Naruto doesn't know how to cook much, and neither does Menma. Because Naruto just ate bamboo. And Menma just kind of ate ramen. Like, he went to the store just to go get ramen, but yeah. Or the nearest village, mostly. But, of course, with that happening, we go into, well, they are kind of just going to the academy the next day. Of course, they're not starving. Naruto just kind of looked at Menma to see what to fucking eat. Of course, they didn't know what to eat in the morning, so of course they went to the ramen place. Now, Naruto, he got ramen with pork. Menma got also ramen with pork, and the panda just got ramen with, well, veggies in it. So yeah. So of course, they were eating that, and of course, this is where, what's it called? Taiuchi, he just says, very interesting, the panda. Okay, this is all I see. Well, okay. No, I'm not gonna question it. Ninjas, right? So Taiuchi kind of remembers Menma a little bit, not much. And then he kind of looks at Menma and says, "Wait, Menma? It's been so long. Where have you been?" This is where Ayame kind of says, "Wait, is that Menma? Menma, you're back. It's been 5 years. Where the hell have you been at?" This is where Menma says, training with pandas?" Ayame looks at him and says, "That's not the oddest thing I ever hearing." And this is where Naruto says, I mean, there's legit a panda right next to it just eating like a normal human being. So, Naruto just said that. Ayame says, "That is true." Okay, I'm actually confused with ninja. The ninja society is so different from just a civilian society. This is where Naruto says, This is where Naruto keeps eating, but yeah. This is where Menma just says, "Sorry about Naruto. Naruto's manners are kind of odd." This is where Menma tried to step on what's called Naruto's foot for being kind of rude. And of course, Naruto, he saw what Menma was trying to do. So of course, what he does to Menma when Menma tried to like step on what's called Naruto's feet, Naruto just used what's it called So, what Naruto just did is put lightning into his feet, and when Menma stepped on it, he got a shock of lightning. He's like, "You motherfucker." This is where Naruto says, "Huh? I didn't do anything. I was just eating some." This is where Menma says, "You fucking." This is where Ayame says, "Are you okay, Menma?" "No, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm just fine." This is where, well, they decide to go to the academy, so yeah, they kind of after eating they go to the academy and all that. But yeah, so of course this is where, well, they kind of go into the academy. They go to sit in the back, and of course this is where, well, the tuning instructor still goes on about the lessons. Menma takes notes. Naruto falls asleep. The panda does the same thing, is falling asleep, and this is where a bunch of other people are asleep, either not paying attention. Yeah. Until this is where the tuning teacher decides to pull out a pops quiz. for like 2 questions. This is where half the students did not actually pass that. Naruto, on the other hand, actually knew what the question was: how to use lightning chakra properly, or not how to use it. Mostly saying, what is lightning chakra? And this is the other question saying, what's it called? He says, what is the uses of lightning chakra and what is the uses of water chakra? This is where, a bunch of people didn't get the question because they just think water chakra is water, so it's just like splashing enemies or something like that. So yeah, this is where Naruto, he knew the answers. He just very smart on that. This is where he says lightning chakra is both attack and might be able to defend, but mostly attack. And water chakra is defend. So of course he kind of answering. The teacher says, "How Okay, never mind." This is where, remember, he already knew about it, but he put in more details. So yeah, this is where the tuning instructor just says, "I'm not gonna read through all of that. Just know that it's defending, kind of attack, but okay." This is where everyone is kind of looking at Memma, seeing how much Memma kind of wrote down and how much Naruto wrote down. Like 2 words. Like Naruto just like, too much work to kind of do that, or to not do that much work. Because you see here, pandas don't really kind of move that often, or kind of want to do that much things. So yeah, they kind of just usually sit down and eat bamboo. So yeah, this is where Naruto, on the other hand, he's the same as a panda. Just because of his, clan. The Panda World clan are strong and powerful in techniques and all that. They just are sometimes lazy like the Narwa. So yeah. So Naruto's like, I'm going back to sleep. Naruto's like smashing his head to the fucking table. So yeah, a bunch of people are just like, say, damn, that must have had it to hurt. Or not hurt. He's asleep right now. I don't know what the hell is happening. Memma face plants because he knew what Naruto was doing, but yeah. Of course, we go into a kind of, we time skip. This is where Naruto and Memma are still, they're outside because, it's kind of lunchtime, and of course, Naruto, he has this giant bamboo stick and just eating it. The same with the panda. He's just eating it because they had it, seal scrolls. And of course, Naruto just eating bamboo. This is where everyone just looking at them. The panda, they know why the panda's eating bamboo because it's a fucking panda. But Naruto's over here eating bamboo also and poison. The bamboo's poisonous to humans. How is Naruto not poisonous to the fucking bamboo? Or not poisonous. How is a bamboo not poisonous to Naruto? They all think. This is where Menma is just looking at them. Now, of course, Menma is just eating some ramen. He's kind of just eating that shit. He kind of made a clone to stay in the academy for a second before he goes to a ramen shop to go buy some. So yeah. This is where all the students are confused because they saw Menma, and then next thing they don't see Menma until the tuning instructor does see the clone poof away and realize Memma was not there half the damn time. So yeah, of course the tuning instructor is pretty impressed with Naruto, who is actually immune to poison from the bamboo, and also Memma kind of already knowing the clone jutsu. Of course, this is where the tuning instructor doesn't actually complain and doesn't say anything else. He doesn't get paid enough for this shit, so yeah. Of course, Naruto's like, nom. This is where a girl was so confused with Naruto, decides to go up to Naruto and the panda, looks at the panda. Of course, this is where she decides to poke the panda multiple times around, trying to see if there's an actual panda by just poking in the head, kind of seeing it from his teeth, kind of poking his teeth and all. And this girl had, a lightish blue hair, kind of bluish eyes, and of course, this is where she just had a kind of blue kimono. She just keeps poking the panda around, seeing if it's an actual panda, then saying Kai to see if it's released, if it's a genjutsu, and it's an actual panda. She can now understand this is an actual panda. This is where the panda says, "Can you stop poking me?" And this is where she says, "I'm sorry about that." This is where she goes up to Naruto and was about to do the same damn thing to what she was doing to the panda. And Naruto looks at her just like, This is where, she kind of looks at Naruto's teeth and sees that they're actually sharpened similar to a panda. This is where she then decides to poke Naruto around to see if it's actually like real and not an actual illusion from a panda or something. Maybe a panda turned her into a human or something. Kind of looked around, looked up, and kind of removed one of Naruto's not removed, mostly pushed the hair from his like face away to show like the markings of the Panda Royal clan, mostly the royal one. And of course, this is where Naruto is saying, what are you doing? This is where she says, just making sure you're not an actual panda. Kai? Did I say it right? Or did I not put enough chakra? Naruto says, you gotta be closer to say it. This is where she goes closer because this is where she's thinking that Naruto's an actual panda. This is where she says, Kai. And it just doesn't dispel anything. And Naruto just pokes her in the head like Itachi does to Sasuke. This is where she says, ow! Naruto says, idiot. I'm not a fucking panda. Why does everyone think I'm a fucking panda? I'm not a panda. I just eat bamboo like any normal person. This is where she says, that's the problem. No human eats bamboo. Do you not realize that the bamboo is toxic towards humans? Naruto says, oh, I'm immune to it. This is where she says, wait, what? Yeah, I'm immune to it. Huh? Then why isn't Menma eating it? Menma says, I ain't eating that shit. I'm not trying to die. This is where she says, but I thought you two were like brothers or something. Menma says, listen up here. My hair is blonde and red. How the fuck is it black? This is where Naruto says, I don't know. This is where she says, but he calls you younger brother. This motherfucker is just joking, Menma says. This motherfucker just loves joking around half the damn time. This is where Naruto says, hey, can you stop cussing? I'm trying to eat here. Shut the fuck up, Naruto. Naruto says, oh, whatever. Fine, little brother. Shut the fuck up. You're not my older brother, and we're basically the same fucking age here. And we're not twins. We might have the last name, but that's just because I don't know who decided to choose the fucking last names, but they are bullshit. I don't care. I don't care if my fucking parents were friends with his parents. I don't give a fuck. The only thing I want to know is why does he have Uzumaki's too? So don't complain about me being his brother. I'm not some damn half-human panda. This is what Naruto says. Also, you can tell from the markings that, well, I have markings in one. Menma has no markings. Also, you can tell from our eye color. My eyes are darker blue. And of course, you know the white part for like how people have it? It's actually black instead of being blue. So it looks like an Edo Tensei. Like if Naruto was an Edo Tensei. Yeah, no. Naruto's not an Edo Tensei, but yeah. Of course, that's the color that he has. And Naruto just explains. And of course, this is where Menma kind of eyes are kind of a crystallized blue. Kind of looking like original canon Naruto's eyes. So yeah. Of course, this is where she says, oh, my bad actually thinking that you guys are the same. You didn't need to be rude. Naruto says, I'm not rude. I'm just explaining why. Menma just over here likes cussing. Menma says, I wonder why. I wonder maybe because we spent 5 fucking years together, training together. And, I don't know, maybe because I fucking hate you half the damn time. Naruto says, potato, same the fucking thing. Who cares? This is where Menma goes, I'm going to fucking end your fucking misery life. This is where Naruto says, sure, you can try. The panda's over here still eating. Nom, 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 nom. He's eating all the bamboo. He was also about to grab Naruto's bamboo just to start eating it. Naruto gets the bamboo away from the panda and says, no the fuck you don't. This is where the panda growls at Naruto and says, I want bamboo. Get your own. Get it from the scroll. We have tons. This is where the panda says, oh, you're right. This is where he goes to just get the scroll. He opens it. He pulls out another bamboo from the ceiling scroll and starts eating it. This is where Naruto says, God damn it. This is where Mama says, exactly. I do not have a panda companion anyway. What is your name anyway? The blue hair girl says, oh, my name is Umi. Naruto says, Umi, well. Oh, Umi Uchiha. This is where Naruto says, Umi Uchiha. I thought the last Uchiha was that, what was that other Uchiha's name? Well, I was just saying, Naruto says, oh, I know what's his name. Was it the emo duckling? This is where, well, not the emo duckling. It wasn't Naruto who said it. It was the Panda says, wasn't that the emo duckling dude? Looking emo. That's where Naruto says, I can't remember his name, so we're gonna agree with the Panda saying his name. This is where Umi goes, I think his name was Sasuke. No, we're gonna change it to emo duckling. This is where Naruto cut her off. This is where she said, okay. This is where Mama says, whatever. Still eating my ramen. Just wanted to eat ramen, not be distracted at the damn time. That's where Naruto says, and you see what I'm doing? I'm eating also. It's not my fault people think I'm a fucking panda half the damn time. What's wrong with me eating bamboo? Did I not mention this in the beginning? I get to eat bamboo because I have similar features to a panda. And my clothing should tell you that. Do I not wear something similar to a panda? This is where, or not wear, kind of have clothes colored similar to a panda. That's where Mama says, no, I think you should wear a full, like, fursuit of a panda. Naruto looks at him and says, fuck you. This is where Mama says, well, screw you, you mother. This is where Naruto says, maybe you should definitely wear a fucking orange fox suit then. This is where Mama goes, Argh. This is where both Naruto and Mama are just growling at each other. Because, well, Mama does say, oh, fuck off. But yeah. Of course, the panda is saying, so, your name is Umi, right? This is where Umi says, yeah. I really never thought of a panda be talking. Well, I'm a special type of panda. I'm a summoning creature. Naruto's able to summon any pandas to help fight. But luckily for my father being the leader of the pandas, mostly the, well, kind of boss of the pandas, I actually came along to Naruto to be a companion. Just because of his kind of clan. This is where Umi says, clan? Naruto says, panda? Well, what's it called? Panda, shut up. This is where Panda says, but I thought we would get to explain. This is where Naruto says, shut the hell up. This is where, well, the panda says, oh, I'm sorry. He starts crying. This is where Umi says, what do you mean clans? This is where Naruto says, Uzumaki is a clan, I think. What was the Uzumaki again? I don't fucking know. Both Naruto and Mema are trying to play that shit off like they don't even know anything about the Uzumaki. This is where Umi says, now that I think about it, your two names are Uzumaki. Could be either you're related or you're both from two clans. Don't know about that. Yeah, neither do I, Mema and Naruto say. That's where Umi is trying to figure it out until her friend comes out of nowhere and says, Umi, what are you doing? Stop bothering people again. This is where a girl with blonde hair and dull blue eyes kind of just goes to get Umi. This is where Umi says, huh? Oh, Junko-san. I'm not bothering people. I'm just figuring out why does Naruto-kun here be able to eat bamboo? This is where Junko kind of says, huh? Bamboo? What do you mean? I thought all humans get to eat bamboo. This is where Umi says, stop having a twisted mind. I'm being serious. This is where Junko says, I mean, I'm not being twisted mind. I'm just saying. I think all humans can eat bamboo. Besides, let's try it out with the red hair beanie. Well, not red hair beanie guy. The red beanie guy. This is where the red beanie guy sweat drops and says, not her. She wants to kill me half the damn time. This is where Junko says, do you have more bamboo, Naruto-kun? This is where Naruto says, ask the panda. I'm still trying to eat my fucking bamboo. Why do people always ask me for bullshit? This is where Junko kind of sweat drops with Naruto, but yeah. This is where the panda says, "Here you go, bamboo." This is where, well, Junko says, "Thank you." What was your name again? Panda, I guess. Actually, not Panda. I'm gonna name him Po. You know, Po from Kung Fu Panda. Yeah, he's gonna be named Po instead. So she says, "What was your name?" Po. This is where she says, "Po. Interesting. Okay, Po." This is where the panda says, "Yeah." This is where, well, Naruto, he's eating his goddamn bamboo. And of course, this is where he's kind of annoyed with people kind of keep asking him random questions. Like, multiple siblings kind of goes up to Naruto and even Mema and kind of ask him with different questions. Naruto, who was kind of getting annoyed at the fact that he couldn't eat, and Menma, who already finished his ramen, kind of said, "Yes, I will answer all your questions after this poof." This is where the clone, who was actually a clone of Menma, just poofed away. This is where Junko and Umi kind of turned around and saw that Menma poofed away. This is where Naruto realized that fucking Menma did a substitution and there was only a log there. It wasn't a clone, it was a log. This is where Naruto says, "You motherfucker." This is where Umi and Junko, they do know what that is as the, what's it called, substitution. Naruto says, "I will answer all your questions after this, this is where the panda, he kind of just walked away because no one was actually going to deal with the panda, and they just let him walk away. That's where Naruto says, "Damn it, the panda got away." Wait a minute. Substitution with other people. This is where he says, after this poof, he substitutes and just substitutes with Menma, since Menma is still like, he's on top of the school and he's relaxing. This is where he says, "What the? Huh? What the hell? Naruto, you mother!" This is where Naruto's now on the building and says, "See you, sucker." Naruto fucking runs. This is where Menma goes, "You motherfucker." This is where, well, people are seeing that both Naruto and Menma, they kind of play too much, and mostly in the playful fight, or mostly they're just angry at each other half the damn time. But yeah, this is where Naruto, he gets to just do that most of the damn time when people do try to ask him questions. And even ask him questions and how he does that. Switches with Menma. This is where Naruto says it's just substitution. It's pretty easy. You just go log and gone. This is where they say, "What do you mean gone?" This is where he's gone. This is where they say, "Oh, I get it." So, a bunch of people try to always ask Naruto or even Menma's questions. And even the panda, but the panda just roars at them and they get scared, but yeah. Of course, this is where, well, the red beanie guy, they go and, well, the red beanie kind of tries to ask Naruto about if he knows any earth jutsus. Naruto looks at him and deadass just says, "The fuck? No. The only jutsus I will actually know is, Panda." This is where the person says, "Am I a joke to you?" This is where, well, he didn't say, "The only earth juices I know is Earth Panda." This is where the person says, "Am I a joke to you?" He has a tick mark in his, like, cheek and all. And Junko just comes out of nowhere and says, "Yes, you are a joke. Haha." This is where she, like, pats to call the person in the back really hard. And this person, she says, "You are a joke, what's it called, Iwa-san." This is where he says, "Yeah, fuck you, stupid bitch." Of course, he doesn't say that. He says it in his mind, but he does get, like, really pat really hard. And of course, his back does hurt. This is where, well, Naruto says, "I mean, I really don't care that much, but sure." This is where, well, Naruto was actually keep getting asked questions. And remember, he's been actually avoiding everyone so easily because he is stealthy like a fox. Naruto, on the other hand, just pops out like a panda. Naruto realized that Menma's doing this on purpose. Hiding. Doing other peaceful things, but yeah. This is where, well, Umi kind of just usually sits around, well, not sits, kind of sits next to Naruto when he's eating, because she's also eating next to him, because she didn't want Naruto to be alone. And of course, Naruto wanted to be alone pretty much all the damn time. But of course, the panda knew what was happening, so he decides to like eat alone also. Kind of take his own scroll of bamboo, but yeah. And this is where Menma did the same. Just trying to avoid people. He didn't like people that much. So yeah. So of course Umi is the only other person that is next to Naruto. And Naruto really hates both Panda, well mostly Po, and what's it called, Menma. He's like, those motherfuckers. This is where, well, Naruto having a tick mark on his like cheek and all that. Of course, this is where Umi asks him a question if it's really okay for her to just eat next to him. That's where Naruto, he wanted to say, no, it's not okay, until he just says, it's fine, I don't really care. That's where Umi says, really? Then do you want to be friends? That's where Naruto says, friends? No. I really never thought of having friends. Except for Menma and the panda. But any other person that's outsider, I haven't actually thought of that. So I guess... This is where Junko-san came out of nowhere and says, oh, are we gonna be friends with the panda-looking guy? That's where Naruto says, He has a tick mark on his like cheek until she says, huh, so if we are going to be friends with a panda-looking guy, we have a couple of rules here. This is where Naruto says, what do you want? What to call you? Crazy hair looking girl. This is where she says, don't call me that. Her eyes go into a dark shade of red when her hair does like float down her face. This is where Naruto's eyes goes into a dark shade of blue and says, don't call me Panda Guy. This is where both Junko and Naruto are just glaring at each other, death staring. This is where Umi says, both of you stop. I'm sorry about that, Naruto. Junko gets a little angry when people call her hair crazy. This is where Naruto says, and I get annoyed when people call me Panda Guy. But okay, who really cares? Then again, there's a girl who fucking hair is besides a panda. Naruto was thinking of the girl who had buns on her head. That kind of reminds him of like a panda. And Memba was actually the one who pointed out and then get his ass beat by the girl. Yes, it was, well, Tenten. Tenten was actually amazed with Naruto and the panda. And of course she says, well, Panda Guy. This is when Naruto had to check, but he just decided to let it go. Because she didn't know really much better. Memo, on the other hand, should have known better into pissing off a girl. But Memo was just, But yeah. Of course, is where, well, Harusu wonder what the fuck happened to Memo that day, but he didn't really ask that much. But yeah, of course, is where, well, Naruto, he's just saying, it doesn't matter. Right now, I just don't care that much. So, of course, this is where, well, Naruto just says, yeah, that really doesn't matter. This is where Junko then says, what about that sword you have on you? Naruto says, what? Oh, you're talking about the bamboo that's on my waist? Yeah, why don't you eat that? It's a sword. This is where Junko says, then how the fuck would I know that? Make your weapon look noticeable. Isn't Menma also have a sword? Yeah, that's just because he... Don't know. He had it before. I don't really care. Naruto isn't trying to answer any questions about him or Menma being royalty, and definitely not trying to give any hints out. One girl is actually looking at Naruto from the back of the head, and of course Junko and Umi did also notice this girl, and this is the girl with what's called red eyes and black hair. And her name is Raven Yami. So of course this is where Umi and Junko are confused and why she's looking at Naruto most of the damn time. Of course, this is where Umi kind of looks at Junko and Junko looks at her, kind of confusing why she does that. Of course, this is where Umi says, do you know a girl with red hair and black, well, not red hair, red eyes and black hair? This is where Naruto says, no. Am I supposed to? This is where Junko says, I mean, she is our classmate. I thought you really paid attention to the, what's it called? Well, everyone. Naruto says, I daydream half the damn time. I don't care about half the people, okay? Menma, on the other hand, would probably know everyone unless he also does the same damn thing as I do. But you're the only people that I can now remember because you two actually are the only people that actually approached me with actually somewhat not proper manners. I don't really care. This is where Junko says, "Oh, so you don't care about proper manners?" No, I don't. I don't really care. I never cared. If you just come up to me like falling asleep right in front of me, I would have just laughed at you because it would be funny as hell. And then I just wouldn't care that much. I wouldn't not glare at you or anything. I'll just let you sleep. This is where Junko says, "Huh, interesting. Is there another person that will let me fall asleep like next to them? If you do it, I'm falling asleep also. So your protection is under for yourself. I ain't protecting you." This is where Junko looks at him and says, "Huh. So if I fall asleep first, you wouldn't protect me from anyone? Not even from the guy with a red beanie?" This is where Naruto says, "That guy seems scared and annoyed of you. I probably would have not even need to even protect you." And Junko says, "But I'm a girl and you're a guy. You need to protect me." Naruto says, "And?" She said, "And? You're supposed to be like the brave guy." Naruto says, "Nah, I'm the lazy panda. You know, actually, never mind. I should be called the panda guy. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I'd rather take that role." That's where Junko says, "Wow." Naruto says, "Oh please, I'm lazy. I don't care, and I sometimes don't really care about fighting. Besides, you can call me Naruto Narwa Naruto Narwa when I'm also lazy like the Narwas." This is where, well, Umi says, "Are you from the Narwa clan?" "No, I'm just kind of lazy. Relax like a panda mostly, but yeah." So, of course, this is where, well, Naruto, he doesn't really care, and of course, he just kind of just sits there. Of course, this is where Junko says, "Wow, great." This is where Umi says, "Then what about Menma? Where's he at anyway? Or what type of person will he be?" This is where Naruto says, "Okay, close your eyes and imagine something." This is where Umi does it. Junko was skeptical and kind of just glared at Naruto. Fuck it. She was kind of not trusting Naruto much. So of course she says, "Nope, I'm not closing my eyes." Umi said yeah, she would close her eyes, but yeah. Naruto closed his eyes also. Think of a fox. Uh-huh. Think of an orange fox. Uh-huh. Think of how the foxes are very cunning and will run away and almost everything. Uh-huh. Now think of Menma. Uh-huh, Umi said. This is where, well, Junko also thought about it. And this is where Naruto says, "There, you have a wild Menma." This is where, well, Umi was thinking like Menma being a fox and like an actual fox that was just running around most of the time. And she thought it was actually adorable. And this is where Junko legit just thought of Menma's head on a fox body. This is where Junko says, "Why am I thinking Menma would have like the head, like his own head on a fox?" This is where Naruto starts laughing and saying, "What?" Naruto's like what's called the image of what's called Menma would be like the nine tails and all that, but mostly like if Menma was what's called like fused with the nine tails or anything. That's what Naruto thinks of Menma half the damn time because he knows about the nine tails. And of course, this is where when Junko kind of explained his her own like expression and how she thinks about Menma. This is where Naruto just changed his fucking mind. It starts kind of giggling and laughing. This is where Umi says, "Junko, that's kind of rude of you to kind of say." This is where, well, Junko says, "But am I wrong?" Naruto says, "No, not really." I'm actually gonna draw that later just to show that. This is where, well, Junko and Umi has never heard Naruto laugh so freely. They kind of just heard him grumble sometimes and kind of talk a little bit like he's dead inside half the damn time. But Naruto's laughing and giggling like actually, like if he was, well, okay with that joke and all that. Well, not okay, like that joke was very funny to him. And so where, well, Naruto just, oh, oh, right, gotta go back to the percent, go. This is where they say, wait. What's your true personality? This is where both of them got closer. This is where Naruto says, what do you mean? My personality is just being lazy, dead inside, and yeah. This is where they say bullshit. This is where Naruto looks at Umi and says, I thought you don't cuss. This is where Umi says, I try not to, but you're really kind of getting on my nerves on trying to fake your personality. Why is that? Naruto says, it's because it kind of gets boring. If I don't play the dead person inside, I really wanted people to get away from me. Thinking that I just like to be emo and all that. Yeah, that would have been easier for people to get away from me. They don't get away from me. Every person gets close to me. Why is that? Naruto says, it gets annoying, but yeah, this is my true personality. Well, mostly I got two personalities. The dead one and this kind of cheerful one. It's just funny how Junko-san decides to put what's it called. He didn't say Junko-san, he said Junko-chan on accident. He says it'd be funny how Mema thinks about it. This is where Junko says, what did you call me? Naruto says, I call you Junko-chan. Oh, oops, sorry about that. This is where Naruto says, I mean Junko-san. This is where Junko says, yeah, she goes flustered a little bit. Umi saw that and she goes a little, just like her face kind of grins a little bit, and she just smiles at Junko, and Junko says, don't you fucking dare. This is where, well, Umi says, what are you talking about, Junko? I'm not doing anything. This is where she's like grinning. Naruto sees this and says, that's odd. This is where, well, Umi says, besides, it would actually kind of be what's it called. This is where Naruto, like, he kind of put his face very close to Umi. And this is where Naruto says, what's it called? You had something on your hair. Naruto pulls out of her, like, hair. This is where Umi, she gets flustered with the fact that Naruto's so close. And she wasn't even expecting Naruto to be this close. Naruto is just, his speed is incredible, but also he doesn't really know how to do social distance and all that from like the opposite gender. But yeah, that's where Umi goes flustered, and that's where Junko and Umi kind of looks at each other, and they give that like look to saying, we will never speak of this, either my incident with Naruto or your incident, okay? That's where Naruto, he looks dense, but he knows what he's actually doing. And he just smiles inside and he's like, adorable they are. What's it called? I should probably find what's called Menma. Of course, we go into Menma's POV. Menma's eating like on top of the roof, just getting away from Naruto. And of course, where, well, one person's actually watching him eat. Someone that always has been watching him eat for the past like 2 days. This is where, well, this girl has white hair and blue eyes, and is kind of watching Mama just eat. Mama notices so instantly that he just kind of turned around looking around. Of course, she tries to hide. Now, not Naruto. Mama kind of just uses his chakra sense and found her. That's where Naruto says, this is bad. That's where, well, Mama instead decides to go towards her, and she is kind of invisible. She turned her body invisible. The reason why is her ability is to kind of control light and kind of reflect the light on her body to turn herself invisible. Mama knows that she kind of did something because she's right. Well, what's it called? Not she. Not Naruto. Mama knows that she's right in front of him, but of course, is where, well, Mama says, interesting. I thought I sent someone here. This is where Mama kind of goes around her, and she says, Luckily, he doesn't know that I'm here. Mama now is behind her and kind of puts its arms around her and says, "Don't you think I don't know where you're at? You're easy to smell." What's it called? Kaya. That's where Kaya goes, She goes fluster so bad she like becomes red. Red as Hinata, if you want to think about it. This is where she says, how did you find me, Menma-kun? That's where Menma says, very easily, what's it called, Kaya-chan? I'm not dumb. Besides, how would I ever find a cute girl like you just watching me eat? But of course, this is where both Memna and Kaya kind of just stayed there for a second. And this is where Memna lets go, saying, "You're okay." He says, "I don't really want to attack you. I could have easily throw a kunai straight to your head. But instead, I decided to play this game." That's where Kaya looks at him, gets flustered, and just gets away. But we go into a time skip of, well, just like not 3 months, about 5 months. Yes, this is now the final day of the academy. This is where, well, Naruto and Mema are right now in the academy. Now, of course, this is where, well, everyone is doing the test, and of course, Naruto and Mema are actually geniuses, and they do the test, they pass it 100%, they do the shuriken and other things like that. Naruto hits all 6 of it, Mema does the same, Junko also does the same because she was actually training with Naruto. And Umi does the same. Like, they get a flashback of when Naruto kind of teaches them how to use what they call chakra natures into kunais and shuriken. And Naruto found out that Umi has a very powerful infinity for water. But also another infinity ice. This is where Junko has a very powerful infinity for, well, what's it called? Well, fire. But not just fire, but also has something strange with her. Of course, Naruto didn't really go into details with it, but yeah. Of course, this is where they are actually stronger than they were actually 5 months ago, but yeah. Training with Naruto kind of pays off. But also, another girl is actually strong. This girl has red eyes and black hair. Her name is Raven Yami, and she gets 6 out of, well, the 6. And of course, she just kind of cheers and says, "Thanks, Naruto, for the training." This is where Naruto says, "Yeah." This is where, well, a bunch of people are kind of hitting either 6 or 5. Civilian still hits like 2 out of 6, but yeah. Of course, this is where, well, the test is going on, and of course, the next fight is between Naruto versus Iwabi, but Naruto beats the crap out of Iwabi pretty easily because Iwabi uses Earth Wall, while Naruto uses Lightning Cell, Lightning Blade, and cuts through it so easily, hitting Iwabi. Yeah, basically just slashing Iwabi down. This is where, well, Naruto says, "Good fight there." And this is where Iwabi says, "Yeah, I guess so." Next is Mema versus what's it called, well, a civilian student, and Mema easily won. Of course, this is where a girl named Kaya is actually winning her fight against Raven. Somehow she managed to win. And of course, she says, "Thanks, Mema, for like the training and all that." Yeah. Another girl kind of goes up to Mema and kind of is happy and says, "Yeah, thanks for the training." This girl had purple hair and blue eyes and just happy for Mema to kind of train her. But yeah, her name was what they call Lee. But yeah. Of course, this is where, well, we go into the next is Shadow Clone and other things. Naruto passed with flying colors because substitution. He basically substituted with Menma and then comes back. And then he then uses what's called Henjutsu and becomes like what's called Madara Uchiha and just like shows off a little bit, but yeah. And then for his last one for clones, he uses Lightning Clone, Water Clone, Fire Clone, Earth Clone, and even what's it called Wind Clone. And of course, the teacher says, "Yeah, you pass." Mema does the similar same, but yeah. Of course, everyone was passing, but this is where I'm gonna leave it off for part 3 of What If Naruto had the abilities of a panda. But yeah, reason why I'm leaving it off here is because, well, I'm kind of getting tired. So yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato, and potato. Yeah, bye bye.